Good evening and welcome to the BriSCA V8 Hotstox Online League Gold Roof Championship. My name is Tom. I'll be your live stream commentator and I'm joined tonight by Kieran as always.
Hello.
Quite a big event we've got tonight. A little bit different to the usual, so we'll go over it in a little bit, but we've actually got some prizes to be won tonight and quite a few of them, so hopefully we'll keep on top of them. We'll go over them in a little second. We're going to be racing at the Big Valley Speedway Inner Oval. What's your thoughts, Kieran?
Yeah, it's everyone's favourite track.
Yep.
I think tonight's going to be a lot of action pack tonight. Yeah. You're going to see, especially in the last chance, which we usually see in the consolations nearly every weekend, of where there's nothing to lose to get into that final. So that's going to be really interesting to see, really. So what's your thoughts about it all?
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, we've got a consolation race first before we actually have the gold roof race, and there's only the top winner who's going to be going through to that, obviously, that final. So that's going to be hotly contested. There's money to win, there's tyres, there's trophies, everything. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit more intense, I think. You know, people are fighting for those prizes and those wins, and as always I think it's going to be quite entertaining. And there's also prizes for people who don't do so well. If people, there's going to be the first roller, a person who has a DNF first, or potentially a last position. So yeah, want something for everyone.
Yeah, I think so.
We're going to have a few interviews before we actually get away with some of these races, aren't we? So before we go for the consolation, we'll speak to some of the guys. We'll have a talk with some of the guys who are gridded up at the front for the gold roof race, and then there's obviously the gold revenge later on. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It is. And so the first person that we are going to talk to is James Billows, who starts on pole position for the last chance. If James is there.
How we doing?
How are you doing? So, pole position for the last chance. What's your thoughts about it?
I'll probably up in middle of turn 1 and 2 by end of first lap anyway.
So you don't think you're going to get away in time and like get going?
Just need that bit of luck, don't I? If not, I'll be straight in.
Yeah. Well, you've got Jacob next to you, which he's quite quick. So it's going to be whoever gets off at the start, I think, out of you two, and get going.
Just the trouble.
Yeah, it's always the get going. Once you get going, you could be all right, but and everyone fights behind you.
There'll be somewhere behind me, got naught to lose.
Yeah, that's literally what we was just saying. For everyone, you got nothing to lose, so everyone's going to be going for it.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a very interesting race.
It's going to be a hard race. Yes,
very hard. I agree with you on that one. But yeah, no, but we wish you the best. I'm guessing Inner Overall is a good track for you.
It's like all of them.
Yeah.
In an oval, you just go around it and hope for best.
Yeah. Good. Well, good luck.
No worries. Well, we'll be looking out for you and hope for the best.
Cheers, thank you. In a bit.
See ya. We'll get Jacob in and we'll have a look, see what his thoughts are at the front of the grid once my thing's loaded, and see what they think from the front in second place on the outside.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 25 laps for a last chance, that's a long race.
Oh,
especially if you qualify and then straight after you've got to do a 30 lap.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be that's going to be interesting. Long 2 races for them.
So whilst we're waiting for Jacob, the actual last chance race has a prize for the top 3. The top, obviously the winner, will go through to the gold race, as I said earlier. Second place still gets a nice prize of £10, and third place will get £5. So even if the guys don't get through, they've got a little something there. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they do. What about in terms of Jacob Downey and obviously Billows? Who do you think those two, out of those two, are going to get the start that they need?
I don't know, that watching them previously in the previous ones, they both do really well at the start.
Yeah,
like getting going. So it's going to be, I think they're going to be fighting for a while.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So
able to speak to Jacob?
Right.
If not,
right, we won't be speaking to Jacob.
No? Okay, Jacob's not available. Let's see if we can speak to someone else, maybe someone at the back of the grid.
We'll get someone in the middle, I reckon. We'll do this one interview and then we'll get going.
So I think so much of the guys are readying up at the moment. So we've got we've got a full grid of racers tonight. Unlike last weekend, which we had quite a few drop out, so made for some small races.
Yeah. So we've got Matthew here, which is in
Anglebee.
5th position.
You alright?
You alright? So
yeah, not too bad.
What's your thoughts on being in 5th position for like the last chance?
Yeah, it's not a bad spot, to be fair. Hopefully, you know, it's one of them where everyone always says the first bend kind of sets the precedent for the race, so hopefully can nip up the inside and just sort of get away, and hopefully everyone should be battling it out and it should be quite a good race. But that's going to be the way it's won, I think, really. Get away at the start and hope you don't get caught.
The thing is, we were saying like 25 laps is quite a bit for last chance, so it's, you know, it's the long game, not necessarily fighting for that first position around the first few corners. I suppose once you're there, you've just got to hold on and stay out of trouble.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's it. It's like, you know, like I said, if you can get away and get gone and not get caught, then you're nice and nicely in the position. But at the same time, you're
going to be hitting quite a few back markers throughout 25 laps, so that's going to be the hard thing.
I've noticed a lot of people's picked Speedbird.
I know, I'm in the Speed Demon as well, so I'm kind of thinking, have I made the right choice here? Or not? Only time will tell, I suppose.
Yeah, it will. But yeah, anyway, we wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
We'll get the racing started and we'll go from there.
Perfect, thank you very much.
No worries.
Cheers.
So we have rolling starts for these two races. A standard rolling start, I believe, for this Consolation, and then we've got a double rolling start, which we'll explain later on before we do the gold roof. So Kieran's going to go off and do a pace car. And then so he'll go and do that now, and then whilst I go through who we've got in this, and then Kieran will return once he's finished that.
So I'll see you in a bit. You got the new music I sent you, didn't you?
Yeah,
that's cool. I'll see you in a bit.
So we've got majority of people are readying up now. Let's have a little look, see who we've got in this. So we've got Matt, who we just spoke to, which is Anglebee. We've got the 101G, Jon Brown, Billows, DD driver Ben WATKISS, who was in the races for the first time last week, and I think he impressed me with what he did, so I'd like to see how he does. Boswell 84 is there, Darren Parker and Sam Parker, as we can see both brothers are in this race together. We've got Light Knight 18, Bobbert, we've got Dannie Schoales, she'll be in there somewhere, Craig Smith, and Sherry Martin, it says, but we know that to be Jacob Downey. So hopefully this will be an exciting race. As I said earlier, the first position, the winner essentially for this race, will go through to the gold roof final. Second position will get £10, and the third position will get a £5. So prizes for the podiums, and I think we're ready to go. So I'll just move the car out of the way so the guys don't have any issues. Okay. So let's have a look, and we've got the guys are, I think they're just about to grid up. 25 laps around this inner oval. There's Sherry Martin and there's Billows, and as we said, we've got the grid. These two are lining up right at the front, so it'd be great to see how they get started. So you've got Sherry Martin and Billows right at the front of the grids. Behind them we've got Light Knight in the blue roof, with DD driver next to him on the outside. On the inside on the next row we've got Anglebee with the yellow roof and Jon Brown on the outside. On the inside, the row behind, we've got the 101G with a yellow roof and Sam Parker red roof. Danny Schoales, also yellow roof on the inside, and on the outside we've got Bobber. Daz Parker, one of the two brothers, he's on the inside. He's pushing back Boswell. I'm not sure if that's a bit of aggression or a bit of fun. Craig Smith on the outside in the white and red, as always wearing a hat. This time we've got a nice skeleton thing one going on. Then we've got Boswell in the two-tone blue with the white roof, and Ben WATKISS right at the back in the blue and red. So I think we're ready to get going. And the guys go around on the pace car lap as we ready up. So the last chance qualifier for this gold roof, with Billows and Jacob Downey on the front row of the grid, and I think they're already going. Yeah, they've gone already, and that is Jacob Downey behind Billows as he's gone round the first corner. Let's have a little view of Darren Parker here, who's mid-pack, before we get the camera back to normal. Let's have a little look. So Billows is just gone on the inside of DD driver now, who's got second position. Light Knight is third up. Just got Jacob Downey, sorry, he's gone on the inside. The 101G pushes Light Knight into the wall, with Anglebee not too far behind. It's all fairly clean so far, but at the moment it's still DD driver fighting with Billows. Billows goes on the inside. Jacob Downey is still in third, but the 101G's gone and overtaken. Lots of overtaking so far, and fighting on the inside and on the outside, and I think all the guys are quite serious about these positions because there isn't very much pushing into walls. It's all quite gentlemanly. All Light Knight's in the wall, with Anglebee's gone on the back of him. I think Light Knight's kind of lost that position in the podium there, so that he's going to have to work his way back up. Billows has got ahead of DD driver now, a little bit of a gap, but DD driver still could potentially hold on behind him. And oh, Jacob Downey's been pushed in the wall by the 101G. It was aggressive, that was. So Jacob Downey's having to turn himself back round, and he's lost all those positions, and he's now down to 9th position out of that, which is a right shame. Oh, Craig Smith, he was in the wall when he's got in the way of Billows and DD driver, so luckily it's not affected them too. And already Billows has come up behind these back markers. Now we've got Sam Parker and Bobbitt fighting out, and they are in 12th and 13th, with Billows leading, and he's actually making some more distance ahead of DD driver, but those back markers are slowing him down, and it could potentially slow both of them down, and that gap that the 101G in third position has got could close down a little bit. So Anglebee is not too far behind the 101G in 4th position, WATKISS 5th, and Jon Brown is 6th position. Kieran has returned.
Yep.
That was Bobbert is slightly losing it and is going into the wall there.
It kind of went all wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my car ended up back on the track, but it's all right. I don't think it's going to get in the way, hopefully.
I did try pushing it more around, but
they've got some new limits on where you can take the car. It seems to reset earlier, so I'll have to really look at that. But back to the action. We've still got Billows in the lead. DD Driver's doing well. I don't know if you saw, but Jacob Downey was unfortunately spun round, so he's now in 7th position. And we've got Billows leading still, and DD Driver doing very well. Sam Parker's getting involved, pushing Bobbert into the wall. Sam Parker is struggling a little bit, I think. Oh, that's Billows. He's been slowed down by Craig Smith. So DD Driver's made up the position and he's on the outside, but he's not going to quite overtake from there. Sam Parker could get involved in this. At the moment he's not, but DD Driver takes on the inside, and he's pushed Billows wide. Oh, that was an aggressive move. So DD Driver takes the lead. Billows having to kind of gain his speed back. Oh, he's pushed him again. This is getting interesting. They are really pushing for that win. They want that trophy and they want that gold position on that grid. So let's have a little look further down. We've got Jon Brown now in 3rd. Jon Brown in the yellow and the orange there. A little bit behind those two, but doing well to take that 3rd position with Boswell, which he is there, so he's quite far behind. So if anything, really it's just down to Billows and DD Driver who are fighting between them, and if they're not careful they could ruin it for each other, and it'll end up being Jon Brown potentially. Let's have a little look, see who else we've got around here. Jacob Downey, unfortunately down into 10th now after being on the front row. I think he'll be really disappointed with that. 16 laps of 25 done. That's Bobbert in the wall again. Unfortunately he's had some good races, but this seems to be not going his way at the moment. He's just done nothing but going into the wall, so it's a real shame, to be honest. But we haven't really seen Dannie Schoales. I don't know where she is, but she's doing a nice respectable 8th at the moment, so she's doing well. Craig Smith, as always, he's barely got any life left. He's going to probably wreck himself soon. There's Dannie Schoales looking. Oh, look at that! She's got the full pink livery today. Normally she's in a lighter green and more of a purple shade, but going with a pink. So Billows is still leading. Let's have a little look, see if we can find Billows. There's Boswell. Anglebee's lost it now. There's Billows, and Billows is pushing on the inside of Anglebee, and he is ahead of DD Driver there, who's behind Sam Parker. So in actual fact there's
actually nice space. Yeah,
nice space now. Yeah, so let's have a look. It's DD Driver and there's Jon Brown. So it's DD Driver who's lost the space because Jon Brown has caught up. Jon Brown was behind DD Driver, so
he's lost some space now. DD Driver.
So, Jon Brown has pushed down Parker, so he's been hit as well, but if anything they're quite evenly spaced now. This has got a little bit more interesting for the top 3, because anything is going, and say that DD Driver's got caught up with, I think that's Craig Smith is out, so I think that's Jon Brown's guy. So Jon Brown has gone into 2nd position, but Billows is still leading, and actually that's allowed Billows to get ahead as well. Only 22 laps, only 3 laps to go now, so at the moment it's looked like Billows has got one hand on that position in the Gold Track Championship. As he goes wide, he's still got some of these back markers to go past. And he's got Sam Parker on his front side and Anglebee on the back side. Jon Brown has been pushed. I think that was Bobbert pushed him. Jon Brown's been pushed into the wall, but I think he still kept it going. And as I say, that DD Driver's gone down to 4th position. So that's DD Driver there. And there's Ben WATKISS and Boswell. Those two were 4th and 5th, so they've kind of lost out for each other there. And that's put Dannie Schoales in 5th position, and that's it. That's Billows, who's won. Jon Brown, a respectable 2nd. Let's have a little look. We've got DD Driver's going to come across to 3rd position. WATKISS, if he keeps it, there he is taken 4th. Jacob Downey, Sherry Martin 5th. No, it's not. He's gone in the wall. So Sam Parker will take 5th. I can't believe that. I thought Sam Parker was back, but I just got crikey, that all developed all in the last few laps. Well done to Billows.
Yeah, so Billows takes the last space.
Yeah,
for the last chance.
He gets a trophy for that, which is great. So Jon Brown will take second position. He gets a £10, and DD Driver will take third position for the £5 prize for third.
Yeah. We'll quickly get Billows in. I think what I'm going to have to do is come out of the chat before I join the thing so people can hear me.
Okay.
So let's get out of here.
That was quite entertaining, that was.
You'll have to do the interview.
Okay.
So let's get Billows in. And then me out.
Billows, how we doing?
Brilliant, now that race is over.
That was
Them last 5 laps was nerve-wracking.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it was great watching you, and you had that lead. I mean, you were dominant to a certain degree, but a DD driver behind you wasn't too bad, and it was close, but they just got caught up themselves. So yeah, it was a little bit intense.
I thought I lost him when it crazed me.
Yeah.
I went to go around him and he set off again.
Yeah, the interesting thing was that it got quite aggressive between you and DD Driver at one point. I mean, he was pushing you were pushing him wide, and I thought you've got to be careful not to ruin both of your races. So
I have to give him one good, and otherwise it would have been gone.
Get a bit of revenge, of course it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was pretty good, and you take the win, so you get a trophy out of that, which is great to see.
Oh, brilliant! Another 1 foot trophy coming up.
Yeah, but that's it. And then you now go through to the gold champion, and you'll be on the grid. So what do you think of your chances in that?
I don't know. I just have a go now. Less pressure on that, so I'm just going to enjoy myself.
Yeah. So obviously you've got that one win. So I imagine it's just like anything can go. So you never know, do you?
Yeah, I'm just going to enjoy this race now and see what happens.
Yeah. Good. Well done.
Thank you.
And good luck in the final.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Speak to you later.
See you in a bit.
So that was Billows. He was our winner for the last chance qualifier. Good to see him get that win. He seems to be over the moon. Maybe I think that he can tell the intensity on the last few laps, so he can relax a little bit, just a little bit, because he's not going to be at the front on this one, and he's got nothing to lose really. So we're just joining the correct server, and this is our big main event. The Gold Roof Champion will be finalised within the next 10-15 minutes, let's say. We have multiple prizes for this race. We're going to try and keep on top of it to see who wins what, and we'll keep you updated as we go around. So for the gold race, we have a prize obviously for the winner that will get a trophy. The first position will also get £25. Second position will get £15. Third position will get 10. And then we have a prize for the fastest lap, which is £10, and that is coming from both myself and Kieran. Then we have a prize for the first person to roll the car, which will be £5. We get to decide what to do if nobody rolls, but I think we could get a roller. And then we have the first DNF, which will be £5. If we do get no DNFs, we'll have the last position in the end results. And then I think there's a few more to go on, but for now, let's have a look and see who we've got in our Gold Roof Champion final race. We've got Guy Jolly in now with Jack Cart, it's Jack Morgan, Youngie, Alex Wassey's there. We've got STOXKART, Benny F2, who has dominated quite a few of the races, so be interesting to see how Benny does. CJ, also another one we've seen right at the front of the grid, dominating, so I think he'll be interesting to watch. Jim Racing, he came in a little bit later, but has proven to be very, very strong. Sometimes can be a little bit inconsistent, so there are a few bad races, but it'll be good to see him up the front. We've got Patrick. We know he likes this track, so I think he'll be strong. and then obviously we've got cold racer Craig Kellett, Billows, who's qualified from the last chance, DWM, and Craig Hodgson, also known as Oggy, who has been there or thereabouts at the front in every sense possible. So looking forward to this. I'm not sure where Kieran's disappeared to briefly. He might be sorting a few bits out. And I think a few of these guys were saying earlier are a little bit nervous for this final because there's quite a few prizes up for grabs. As we say, we've got a collection of more speed demons, speed birds. That seems to be the popular way to go. No road cutters or anything else, so we'll get to see a nice multitude of speed birds and speed demons. As they ready up, we can talk about the Feckrest Racing Online League, which is me and Kieran represent. Kieran runs multiple races from midweek, and he basically sets them up so that anyone can race. If you've never raced before, you don't have to race in real life, you don't have had to race online with Wreckfest before. Even if you just want to have a bit of fun, it is competitive, it is serious, but at the same time it's fun. Everyone's fun to talk to, everyone's very welcoming, so you can join that. Where we do sometimes we do some live streams, and there is a Facebook page, so you can link up with that if you would like. The BriSCA VA Hotstox, for anyone who doesn't know, are a real life racing format, and unfortunately they can't race in real life at the moment because of the current pandemic. Hopefully I think they could be racing soon. A lot of the UK motorsport is looking to get underway again from around July, so I think these guys hopefully will be in a very similar position to start soon, but because they can't race, they need something to satisfy that urge to be racing, and so they decided to do an online league, and here we are pretty much near the climax, so I can't wait for this final. Just to let you guys know also, we're not done once this final is finished. Plenty more to come. We do have a gold revenge event, and how that works, there'll be 2 heats as normal, 2 consolations, and another gold revenge final. More prizes up for that, which I'll go through later on. And we have 2 dash for cash races, which are just races for money prize wins. It's both £10 for the winner. I think we're still holding on for something here, not sure what's happening. I'll have a little look and see where Kieran is. He's in the room, and I think probably he will be continuing to be there ready for the pace car, so I don't think he'll be coming back to commentate. I think the guys are just confirming the last few things. On this, there is a 2-lap pace car, which I believe Kieran will probably be explaining that now to the guys. 2 laps for the pace car, and it's just to go through and announce who we've got in the race. So I think they're loading in the circuit. There we go again. Possibly having some technical issues. Be interesting to see where Billows can go from the back of the grid. After that win, if he wins this, that'll be a great 2 races, and I think he'll be over the moon. You never know, if it all kind of kicks off at the front, people might fight for this too much. Billows, if he keeps his nose clean, could potentially come up and take the win. So but there's some pretty big names in there. As I say, we've seen lots and lots of great racing and some names of people continuously being up there. To be honest, we've had wins from almost all of these. Jack Hart, we've had wins. Youngie's had a win. Wassy, STOXKART, Benny. I think they've all had wins. Cold Racer, DWM. I'm not sure if DWM has won the win. Sorry if he has. It's been going on for a few weeks now. I believe we've got someone struggling. Some struggling to get into the room. So, unfortunately, they're having to reload the room so that it might alleviate the issue of him logging in to the server. So I'll just go over the prizes for this race whilst we wait. We have a trophy, of course, and a £25 prize for our winner from this race. I think it's £15. Let's have a little look. Yep, £15 for second and £10 for third position. The fastest lap, which we'll keep an eye on, will be £10. And then we've got the first person to roll will get £5, and the first DNF or last place, if a DNF doesn't happen, will get £5. Lots of trophies have been gathered together. I think Kieran has got the majority of the trophies. They're fantastic looking. Hopefully we can get some photos of some sort, put them on a Facebook page or YouTube somewhere so you guys get to see the trophies. And I think hopefully we've got Jon Brown in the room now. Jon Brown is there. So Jon Brown come from that race, the Consolation, the last chance. So we thought it was the first position, the winner, but it's Jon Brown as well. So first and second position have qualified for this race. So it's good that Jon Brown's got through as well, because Jon Brown, in actual fact, got that second position on the last few laps. So I think he'll be delighted to be at the back of the grid as well. So I think maybe the guys hopefully are ready. Sorry for the delay. Hopefully we can get it underway soon. We've got plenty to get through tonight, so we don't want to have to push it too far back for our viewers. So I think now they're explaining the start, running through the double pace car lap. So yeah, we'll have a little run through of who we've got in this again, just in case you've just joined us. We've already had a Consolation race, which was 25 laps, won by Billows. He is in our grid. I think he'll be at the back somewhere. There he is. And Billows won that quite comfortably. He was fighting with DD Driver. Unfortunately, DD Driver fell back after getting caught up. Jon Brown took second position, so he's in this race as well. But we've got Guy Jolly, Jack Morgan, Jack Hart, Youngie, Alex Wassy, STOXKART, Benny F2, CJ 394, Jim Racing, Patrick H447, Cold Racer Craig Kellett, Billows, DWM, Jon Brown, and Oggy, who I reckon has a good chance of winning this as well. He's a sneaky Oggy, quiet, and just always stays there or thereabouts and takes those positions away from people who get caught up in back markers. Hopefully we can get this gold race underway very soon. Don't forget, we've got more to come after this, so stay tuned. It's been pretty exciting and a big journey over the last few weeks, the last couple of months, in the middle of a pandemic whilst everyone's been at home. We've raced various circuits, inner ovals, we've had the dirt oval, we've had figure of 8 circuits which were full of crashes, and we even had last week, we had the Rockfield rough spot, which everyone turned out to be controversial to them, and they had their own opinions. Some people enjoyed it for being different. There was jumps, there was a cage, so the cars were pretty much on their sides as they were going around corners. It was entertaining to watch, but it has been a very good journey watching these guys as they have been racing, getting these points up to this point for this final. I think the guys are ready. So I'm going to get the car off the track. Okay, let's get that car in a position where it's not going to interfere. That's a bit better this time. So the guys are going to get themselves in a good position. Let's follow who we've got on the grid. Let's have a little look at maybe CJ. Okay. So the guys are going to go around for the 2 laps. There's Kieran in our pace car. Who have you got at the back? That's Oggy. That's it, STOXKART. Not sure what they're waiting for. Okay, so let's have a look. So in our race we've got cold racer Craig Kellett, we have Jack Morgan, Jack Hart, DWM, Benny, Patrick, Alex Wassey, we've got Guy Jolly, Jollers, Youngie, Oggy, STOXKART, Jim Slatter, Jim Racing, CJ, Billows and Jon Brown at the back as expected. Okay, so we're going to grid up and we'll go through what we've got with the grid. So Jack Hart, cold racer on the front of the grid, cold racers on the inside with Jack Hart on the outside. We've got DWM on the inside, Benny on the outside, Patrick on the inside with Wassey on the outside, Jollers on the inside with Youngie on the outside on the row behind, Oggy on the inside with STOXKART on the outside on the row behind, Jim Racing behind them in the blue with CJ, Billows and Jon Brown at the back. I think we're ready to get this race underway. So Cold Racer Craig Kellett on the front of the grids with Jack Cart, and away they go. They are away. On the inside we've got, oh, there's that spinning round. There's Oggy, spun round already. CJ as well. And, oh, that's everyone. Who was that? I just saw, that was Guy Jolly. I'm sure of it. He's got the roll. Sure, Guy Jolly did the roll. He's going to have, I think it's going to get the win for the car that's rolled it. So Craig Kellett Cold Racer is now obviously leading. Benny in second position, Jack Cart, Jack Morgan in third, DWM is fourth, Patrick fifth, Jim Racing sixth. We've got Oggy, Billows is behind them with Jon Brown and Jollers at the back. I think Jollers was the one who rolled it, so he'll get the prize for the first person to roll it. Youngie and CJ. So Cold Racer is still leading in the gold and black. I think he's got the intentions of getting the gold trophy because of having a gold car. Benny still second behind, and it's quite close at the moment. So Jack Cart in third position. DWM is fourth position with Patrick in fifth. Sixth is Jim Racing. We have Oggy in seventh. So
all I've got to say is that was a better rolling start.
Yeah, that was a good rolling start. Somehow the car ended up on the track again.
Yeah, you didn't leave me room to get off the track.
No, it's weird. It was oh, I see.
I had to ram it.
It's just turned out to be really hard to get the car off the track now. So back to the action. 30 laps we've got here, 8 down so far, so plenty still to go. We've got Billows and Oggy are fighting out here for 7th and 8th. Oggy had a terrible start, got spun around quite early on, but not too bad. Jon Brown and Jollers already in 9th and 10th there. And then we've got our leader, which is Cold Racer Craig Kellett, who is storming in the lead of the bet with Benny, also another one who is very dominant in previous races with Jack Cart, who is losing a little bit of space between the top two there, with DWM not too far behind. So we have already got, I don't know if you've already seen it, but we've got our first roller who's got a prize already.
I missed that.
Yep, so Guy Jolly.
Guy Jolly got
I saw, I was like, oh, purple car, because I didn't have the camera. Oh, that's Jon Brown. Jon Brown's in the wall now. I think he's been spun round. That's a shame, really, for not winning. Sorry, he got second position. And it's a shame that he's gone down to last place. But yeah, no, Guy Jolly on the second corner rolled it. So he'll be loving that prize.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at we'll have a look at the fastest laps at some point.
So far the fastest lap is STOXKART at the moment.
So STOXKART has got the fastest lap currently. I'm sure Kieran will be able to keep us on top of it, to keep on seeing if there's any changes with that. We've got a slight change for second position. CJ has gone ahead of Benny, but no, sorry.
They all park.
No, sorry.
Because John's in the way, so Benny's right behind Cold Racer.
My mistake, sorry. CJ is a back marker. I'm just so used to seeing him at the front. He's not. He's in 13th, so...
Oh, Benny just pushed Cold Racer out. He's going to take the lead off him. We're halfway through.
So
is he going to be able to hold it? But then Racer. Jack Cart's behind as well. Yeah,
Jack Cart's getting involved with Jon Brown at the moment. They've gone into the wall, and that's Benny in the wall. What's going on with Benny? He's spun it. I don't know if he's hit the wall, but Benny's... Oh dear, Benny. Oh dear me. That's put him down to now 5th position. Not the worst, but if he's going to try and win this, it's probably lost all of his chances now. Jim Racing has gone ahead. He's in 4th, and he's staying away from the rest of them. DWM, Jack Cart, and Cold Racer now are our top 3, and they're spaced out, and they've got all the back markers between them. So Cold Racer, we've got Craig Kellett now, has got a great lead, and he's got to just keep on top of this clean racing. Jack Cart on the inside of Patrick. Patrick
is been spun.
Yeah, Oggy. Let's see, Oggy all that time, consistent, doing really well. He's spun it twice on the final. I think that's a right shame for Oggy. Patrick on the outside. I think he's being very, very respectful for these guys at the front, not getting involved. Jack Cart has got ahead of them all, so he's now going to try and make up those positions up to Cold Racer.
So our fastest lap so far now, it has changed, and it is Cold Racer with the fastest lap.
So Cold Racer, so our current leader has also got the fastest lap. I'm not surprised because he's very quick.
In the open, so he get some good laps in.
Jack Morgan is struggling to... He's not letting him get away. He's not losing space for him, but he's not catching him up. But saying that, Craig now is coming up to some back markers. He's got Youngie, Billows, STOXKART and WATKISS there, so...
could get interesting.
Yeah, it could get interesting. As I say that, let's have a look at where Youngie is. Youngie's 9th, so he's going to push him wide. Billows and STOXKART are fighting for 9th and 8th. And there's Billows. He's been this guy Jolly. Billows has rolled it. That's a big roll for Billows. That's a shame. He was hoping for just a nice race.
Gone.
Yeah. Sorry, Billows. It was spectacular, but you don't get anything for it. So we've got, look at that, that's Jack Morgan, we've got Youngie, we've got Jon Brown, everyone's involved. Oh my God. Jon Brown is our winner for a DNF. The first DNF is Jon Brown, there he is, he's out the race, he gets some money for that. Nice one, John. We've got Cold Racer still leading. Has he still got that fastest lap, do you think?
His dead car's right in the middle of the track as well.
Yeah, that's made it very interesting. As I say,
going left and right, don't know what way to go.
Crikey, that's really made it interesting. 26 laps of 30 down, 4 laps to go. Let's have a look at this. We've got Guy Jolly facing the wrong way. STOXKART has pushed them into the wall there. Benny is still in 5th. He's going to be kicking himself for that. It's a shame. So Cold Racer on the inside of WATKISS. This has been an absolute dominant race from Cold Racer. Craig Kellett not put a foot wrong so far. Alex WATKISS is behind him. Is he going to upset the whole race? He could do. But we see Jack Morgan is still there. He's a little bit fallen behind now. And where's DWM? There he is, half a lap behind. So it really is down to
the first two. The
first two now. So
if something goes wrong,
unless something goes wrong for both of them, where it affects both of them. But you know, it's looking, the laps are going down, and it's now that's it. I thought there was one more lap. That's it. That is our winner. Cold Racer Craig Kellett takes it. Jack Morgan gets second. DWM is going to come across the line. There he is for third. That's our podium. So Jim Race takes 4th. Benny will take 5th. Where is Benny? Benny takes 5th. WATKISS takes 6th. STOXKART's going to take 7th. CJ will take 8th. Patrick 9th. Oggy will take 10th. Youngie will take 11th, Schoales 12th, and Billows will take 13th. So, fastest lap was still Craig.
Cold Racer.
Wow, so he gets not only a trophy, he gets the £25 for the win, but he also gets the £5 for, is it the 5? Boy, he might be getting more.
No, 10. It's
10, yeah, of course it is.
Fastest lap.
So
in total he's going to get £35
and a trophy. Wow, I think we need to have a word with him.
Yeah, I think we do.
Well done also to our other winners for some prize money, which goes to Guy Jolly. He gets £5 for rolling his car first, and the DNF goes to Jon Brown. That was a great race, and it was a really fantastic, dominant win by Cold Racer Craig Kellett.
Yeah,
he was on the front row of the grid, so perfect race.
Yeah, so
here he is now.
Craig now.
Yeah, guys.
How are we doing?
Right.
Yeah, I'm happy now.
Was it intense for you?
Yeah. It was that first lap, and obviously trying to keep Benny behind me, that was the difficult bit, but Benny run into trouble and I managed to slip away.
Yeah. Well, it was we were just saying, so you've got the £25 for the win.
Yeah.
You got your trophy for the win.
Yeah.
And you got the fastest lap, so you get another tenner on top as well.
Alright.
So you walk away with £35. Yeah.
Yeah. Well done.
So well done.
Yeah, it was good for being on the front row. You were there, and you didn't really put a foot wrong. It was like almost watching just a rouse, really.
Yeah,
so that
it was a bit roundy for me. You just have to stay clean, don't you, to get away.
Yeah.
I got myself the best position points wise for the pole, and been practicing most this week to get my lap times up, and that's all I could have done, and it paid off.
Yep.
Well done.
I was saying that we've seen you win the European, and now you're a gold roof as well, so you've got 2 championships on your name.
Got a choice of paint colours now.
Yeah, exactly. Shame can't have half and half on this game.
No.
I think there might be one, but
oh yeah, there could be actually. Yeah, you might be lucky.
Yeah. No, it's been great all season so far, and it's just thanks to you guys and everybody involved. It's been brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's been great watching you guys. So many personalities that we've learned to see over the week. So it's been great.
Yeah, thank you.
Been really good. No worries. We'll see you in the heats and all that. All right.
All right. Thanks very much.
No worries. See you later.
See ya.
Let's see shall we get an interview with second position?
Yeah. Just 2 seconds.
Jack Morgan, Jack Cart.
So quick. As we're waiting.
So whilst we're waiting for someone, we'll just kind of quickly go over what we've got coming up now. We've got 2 heats, 2 consolations, and another final with 2 dash for cash races afterwards for more cash prize wins, £10 per race. The races and the final now we've got are the Gold Revenge. People can pay back for any opportunity that they lost out on. So it could get messy.
Yes, it really could. Invitation's been sent out.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Not too bad.
How did that go for you?
Yeah, it was a good race. I was expecting a lot more carnage, but it was very roundy to be fair.
Yeah, it was quite clean, wasn't it? I think a lot of people were being respectful in some sense.
Yeah.
But
you've got to win a big race like that to be fair.
There's one moment you caught up with him, Craig, and the next minute you kind of distance, and then you were starting to catch up. It was like that all the race, I think.
Yeah, it was. It kept up me like, and then he got away a bit, and from the start I had a bit of a poor start to be fair. Ben shortly behind me got through, so I thought I'll leave him, because I knew he was probably one of the out there. I thought I'd leave him to try and catch Craig, but then I think 10 laps later I think Ben messed himself up and took himself out.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I saw him in the... Did you see, did he hit a wall, did he spin it? We didn't know what happened.
I think he might have clipped the back straight wall and then it flung him to the inside,
yeah.
and that was it. So I thought my only hope now is if Craig really slows down or back markers come into effect, but
yeah,
not quite.
No, he had a good race and he led it flag to flag, so fair play to him.
Yeah, he done well. We've got to admit. But you, anyway, you go away with some prize money. You go away with £15 for coming second. So at least you don't walk away with nothing.
That's it. Yeah, it's nice little bonus for second.
Yeah. Right, it's good. It's good that thanks to all the sponsors who put all the money in tonight.
It is, yeah. Fair play to everyone that's stepped up, put a bit of prize money in there. You know, even for people, you know, that didn't finish that race. I think they even got £15. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, there's prize money for everyone, basically, nearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Well done. What do you think of your chances in these races?
I don't know, I think the heats now will be a bit more brutal, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I did say.
Now
yeah,
that race is out of the way,
a bit more fun,
let the hair down a bit more now.
Yeah, well done. Okay, good luck.
You.
No worries.
Cheers.
Bye bye.
Yeah. I'll get one more in and that before we start.
I can't come up the server, I'm in the wrong one, so whilst we're waiting for that. So these heats, we go back to the normal, which is the top 5 will qualify for the final, and then we have to the gold
so
revenge.
So here's our first roller.
Yeah.
Guy. How was that for you?
Oh, it didn't go up well, did it? At first,
no. Well, you won a £5 for rolling.
That's straight to the car out and pays the electric bill, won't it?
Yeah, exactly.
No, as long as it was a good race, that was the main thing, and we finished, so...
Yeah. It looked like a good race.
Good. Well done to Craig,
Oh, he dominated, didn't he? He was really good. I think a lot of the guys were, quite fair, and a lot of them were very, very fast. So it was entertaining.
Yeah, it was tough because the second part, when we got to like lap 20, the leaders were coming through, and obviously there's a gaggle obviously of having their own roads. But
yeah.
Like 6 and 7, 8 downwards, and you kind of got to respect them, but try and carry on your own battle where you are.
Oh, of course. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was good to watch, and the rolling start went really well, I thought.
Yeah, it was one of the best starts we've had, I think. We was all bumper to bumper, and everyone made sure that it was nice and clean, and what you want, as long as it's fair, everybody's happy. So.
Yeah,
100%, yeah.
Okay.
Sure is.
Why I'm on here, chaps. I just want to thank everybody who's got behind us tonight, and it's great how everybody's come together and clubbed in and chipped in a pot and made something quite big out of nothing really. So it's thanks to everybody for doing that, and the sponsors as well. So.
Good.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I think all the drivers appreciate it, and even me and Tom appreciate everything what's gone on, and everything. We've enjoyed ourselves doing this.
So thank you.
Well, the guys in particular, the V8 lads, to have people wanting to put bits on what they would generally in real life, and obviously we can't do that, and they're doing it tonight in another way. So all them. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Good to speak to you. Yeah, you too. And good luck for the rest of the night.
Thank you very much. Cheers, bye.
Bye bye.
See you later. Bye.
So, I don't know if it was in the right room, the wrong room. I think there was a bit of a confusion, but they're going to carry on with this room. This is going to be the first heat. So we've got in here, obviously Matt, which is anglebee. He's running the server. We've got Bobber, Craig Smith, Daz Parker, Youngie, Wassy, DWM, who did really well in that race. Cold Racer, our gold winner. Can he do the same here? Jon Brown, DNF winner. He gets some money for wrecking first. Hopefully he knows about that. Light Knight, Boswell, Jacob Downey, and Jack Morgan is there as well. I think the majority of them are there ready.
I think we're waiting just for Craig. Oggy.
Oh, Oggy, yep. Maybe he's sulking because he didn't do very well in that race.
Yeah, probably.
I think he'll be really disappointed he didn't get anywhere near with that race, for the final. He just struggled to get away, didn't he, really? Spun around on one of the first laps, and I think that set the tone for him. Just a bit of a lost cause.
It is frustrating when that happens at the start of a race.
Yeah, just like any racer would be frustrated when they sprint round it. They want to be competitive, they want to be up there. Everyone wants to win, and then secondly, people want to be at least competitive rather than facing the wrong way, and but that's what motorsport is. It's everyone's passionate for it, and that's what makes it entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Right, I think everyone is ready, other than Matt. I think he'll be just waiting for him to start the race. Whilst we're waiting, we'll just tell you guys that we are from the FECREST Online Racing League. Oh, there we go. I think they're starting. So, yeah, we are from the FECREST Racing Online League. We run it ourselves. We are commentating, representing the BriSCA here at Hotstox, as we have done the last few weeks. So, you can join the FECREST Racing League any point you like. Again, it's friendly. Anyone can join. You've got the YouTube page, and we've got the Facebook page, which you can join as well. Oh, okay. That's so weird. When I was trying to do this the other night in the live stream, they wouldn't allow me to come over here. That's why I didn't.
Oh, okay.
So it's back to normal. So fair enough. Okay. That's Craig Smith with even more ridiculous parts of his car. Now we've got a turd on the top of his car, and we've got some exhaust pipes sticking out the back. Very extravagant. I think he knows maybe he's a bit of the Joker of the pack. Likes to be at the back, crashing and looking like a Joker. But Craig Smith is on the front with Boswell. Bobbert is there with them. We've got Jon Brown, who's our DNF winner from that race. Anglebee is with him. Darren Parker, Light Knight, Sherry Martin, which is Jacob Downey, Alex Wassey, Youngie, DWM, Craig Kellett, our gold roof champion, with Jack Morgan, who was second position, also a very, very good result in that. And they're going, it's 20 laps for this race, so Craig Smith gets the start and has actually made a very, very good start ahead of Bobbert. Boswell is in third position. Jon Brown's gone on the inside, overtaking him because Boswell goes wide. Sherry Martin, Jacob Downey, sorry, he's got on the inside. Oh, we've got three-way also. Yep, that's someone in the wall. That's Darren Parker. He's been spun as well by Jack Cart. Yep. Sorry to interrupt Kieran.
Oh, that's right.
So 3 laps down. Craig Smith still leading. Bobbert is potentially going to come up to Craig Smith, and Bobbert's...
Oh, there goes Youngie.
Oh, where's the Youngie?
On the straight.
Oh, there he is. Yep, he's spun round, so that's a shame for him. So Bobbert now on the inside of Craig Smith. He's going to overtake him. He's going to take the lead. There it is. Yeah, Craig Smith has got the inside, but he's hit the wall. Yeah, he's gone really wide, really wide. He's hit the wall again. So Jon Brown is going to catch up to Craig Smith, potentially overtake him for second position.
There's a big pile up the back of the grid. Finally going through abreast, going into bend.
Indeed,
3,
yep.
With Anglebee at the back pushing them all.
Yeah, it's at the moment it seems to be all quite.
Boswell goes round.
Boswell's been spun round somewhere.
And he's been hit as well.
That's a shame for Boswell. We've got cold racer Craig Kellett he's been spun. He's in the wall. That's our gold roof champion. He's in the wall. That's not what you expect. He's gone down. We've now got still Bobbert in the lead with Jon Brown in seconds. There is Jon Brown. Craig Smith still holding on to third, but he's struggling to get out of those corners a little bit now. He's going wide a lot. Bobbert is doing a good job of the lead at the moment. We've got Jacob Downey. There he is. He's in fourth position and making progress with DWM behind him. Jack Cart also from the back of the grid, a very, very respectable sixth position, but he's going to be pushing to go even further. Craig Kellett unfortunately spun round, so I don't think he's going to quite make it up to the front of the grid from there now. Jon Brown is there, so he's actually gone ahead. Oh, he's gone ahead of Bobbert. Bobbert's hit the wall, and I don't know how he did it. Well, I think we missed that, which is a shame, but Bobbert's now down to sixth position. So as I do say that, we've got someone in the wall. Craig, yeah. Oh, that's everyone. We've got Jack Cart there. We've got DWM in the wall. Craig Smith. We've got Bobbett. Bobbett's gone back up ahead again. Jacob Downey's involved. Jacob Downey goes into the wall. Darren Parker's involved. Wassey's involved. Cold race. We've got everyone in this for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th and 9th almost. Changing positions, yeah, big mid pack going on here. DWM's gone in the inside of Darren Parker. Darren Parker goes back on the inside and he's been spun around by Wassey. Cold Racer spins him as well. That's Darren Parker. He's been spun out now, so he's not involved.
What I've got to say is it's quite unusual to see Craig up at the top.
yeah, he's doing 4th and he's holding on. He was in the wall as he said, he's in the wall. He's there with Jacob Downey. Wassey's gone in the wall as well. There's Craig Kellett making up those positions again. He's pushing DWM, pushed him wide. Yeah, look at that. Those aggressive manoeuvres. Wassey is now 4th position, 13 laps down of 20.
DWM hit the wall again, and Craig goes on the outside.
Bobbett's pushing back up there now. He's now in the 3rd. He's on the podium, but he's got involved with Light Knight. Light Knight's pushed him wide. He's slowing down. Boswell is at the back of the grid, so he's not going to affect him. Oh, yeah, I was just about to say.
He's trying. He's really trying to get there, which is still at the inside.
Pushing and pushing and pushing. He's gone on the inside of Light Knight, and he's allowed Cold Racer and Wassey, Alex Wassey, to catch up a little bit. Light Knight, look, he's going to push Bobbett wide potentially. No, that's Boswell. Boswell spun him. Yeah. Oh, not happening for Bobbett.
Back marker.
It's not happening for him. It's a real shame. So Boswell now pushing Alex Wassey wide because Wassey's taken that 4th position from Bobbett.
I've got to say, Craig's got up to 3rd.
Yeah. Oh, that's Youngie spinning.
Spun out in that.
Youngie again spun round. It's the 2nd time he's spun. We've got Jon Brown, our leader at the moment, so he's doing well. Jack Carter's potentially going to catch him. Jack Carter's going to push Youngie. Can Jon Brown hold on to that lead? Jack Carter's lost a bit of speed, so it's going to be interesting down to these last few laps because Jack Carter is pretty quick. Jon Brown's doing a good job at the moment.
He's got the fastest lap again.
Yeah, Cold Racers now it's in 3rd position.
Jack Cart's got the fastest lap.
So Jack Cart's got the fastest lap. There's Cold Racer Craig Kellett with Light Knight pushing him wide. Light Knight is, look, he's kind of making some interesting manoeuvres around some of these top guys at the front of the grid. There's Bobbett having a nightmare. 6th position, not too bad.
Boswell's just took Jack Cart out, who was 2nd place.
No,
Jon Brown's involved with Anglebee as well. Oh my god, final lap. Anglebee. There he is. Jon Brown is taking it. Yep, he got involved with Anglebee. That was close. Cold Racer takes 2nd. Jack Cart's going to take 3rd. I think Jacob Downey. Yep, takes 4th. Wassey takes 5th. Bobbett takes 6th. Craig Smith takes 7th. That's not bad for Craig Smith. Darren Parker's going to take 8th. Anglebee will take 9th. DWM will come across for 10th. Light Knight 11th. Youngie will take 12th, who's done pretty much nothing but spin in this race. And Boswell will take 13th. Well, they've all finished, but that was a little bit more physical than the Gold Races, I think. But well done to Jon Brown, Cold Racer, Jack Cart, Jacob Downey, and someone else. I think some of them are quitting, so someone else will qualify for the final.
Yep.
So let's head over to the other server for Heat 2.
There's Jon Brown as well.
Hi John. How are you getting on?
Well, better this week.
That was good. Well done. You did. It was quite dominant in that. You know, you just kind of slipped through a few of the guys. And we had Bobbett obviously in the lead, and then something happened to him. I don't know what happened to him. Did you see him spin out?
Yeah, I just see him spin out in front of me. I thought, oh, that saved me having to catch him. But
yeah,
he's gone a bit easier this week. I don't know what's different.
Yeah,
it seems to be able to put 20 laps in straight rather than 5 and a bit.
It's also worth to note that you won the DNF prize for the gold race.
Yes.
You were first to DNF, or I think it was the only one to DNF, so because you DNF'd in that you get £5.
Oh, that's a bonus.
Yeah, so £5 for crashing, basically.
I think I made more this weekend than I've done all year in real races.
Well done. So, do you think you could take the gold race, the gold revenge final race? Do you think you can win it?
If we can keep it clean, we might be able to get to the end of it. But
good.
It's difficult. Some of the other lads are a bit rough with me, so I have to, I have to try and keep it straight. That's the main thing.
That is one of the best ways to get around.
Well done. All right, well, we're going to head off into the second heat, so thank you very much for chatting to us.
All right, thank you.
And good luck for the final.
Thanks, lads.
Catch you later. So, heat 2 then. More action to be seen in this race, hopefully. I think we're pretty much ready to go straight away, which is nice and quick. We'll have a look and see who we've got in this when we get out to the track. And then once we've had the 2 heats, this one's finished, we'll have the 2 consolations to get our final 4 qualifiers into the final, and then we will have the dash for cash races for £10 for each of the winners of those. Don't forget you can join and watch the Xbox version of the BriSCA V8 Hotstox. They race on a Saturday, I believe. These Saturdays they race before us, so they've had theirs yesterday. I can't remember the name of their page. We'll try and have a think of that. Let's see if I can give that the Xbox BriSCA V8 guys.
It should be on the V8 page.
Okay, so you'll be able to click on the link. Yep.
Yeah.
So these guys are just gridding up now. There's Jacob Downey. No, that might be actually Sherry Martin. Jacob was in that previous race.
Alright, they're revving up.
Yep. Let's have a look, see who we've got on the grid. So that is actually Sherry Martin, because she's right at the front of the grid there. We have got the 101G with Dannie Schoales, and back to her normal green and purple colours. We've got Ben WATKISS and DD Driver looking almost identical, with Billows with them on the grid. CJ, Sam Parker, STOXKART, Jim Racing and Oggy all in the red roofs in that area there. And we've got Patrick, Benny and Jollers right at the back. So plenty to watch, to see. A nice sunset for this race. I think they're ready to go.
Yep, they're revving up.
Keep an eye, just keep an eye on Sherry Martin. There she goes. Yeah, Dannie Schoales makes a good start. We're ahead of the 101G into position, and we've got all the guys looking very similar in the blues. And some going wide. That is Sam Parker with CJ, but they've managed to get away with it.
Dannie Schoales takes the lead.
Yeah, Dannie Schoales. Oh, it's Sherry Martin. She's gone into the tyres, straight into a stop. That's ruined her race straight away. So Dannie Schoales is steaming to the lead. Look at that. That's great for her to get that. Oh no, but she spun it on her own. Oh, the 101G goes into her, and that's STOXKART, Oggy, everyone into the wall.
He's gone round. He took the lead and gone round.
He's gone round as well. Oh, look at that. There's everyone in. Oh, that's Oggy in the wall again. Ah, dear me. Oggy is not having fun. I think it's because he changed his colour, maybe. So that's the 101G DD Driver in the wall there, and that's Loud Billows again to get the lead. So still doing really well with Billows. I think that is the 101G Benny there. Yep, Benny is near the front as we expect. So the DD Driver also doing well tonight. Jim Racing potentially going to do something from here as well. So the 101G is involved in there. Jim Racing's gone inside. He's pushing the 101G wide. And DD Driver goes back on the inside and he gets spun by the 101G. There was contact and he's in the wall. He's going to have to spin back round again.
Billows is gone.
Yeah.
In the lead.
Yeah.
Our last chance winner.
So Oggy is going to be on the inside. He's in 4th position. He seems to have got some luck now, and he's taken the backside of Jim Racing, tapped him and has pushed him wide. It's an unsettled Oggy. Oggy's gone wide. There's Guy Jolly involved now. Patrick is pushing Patrick, and that is going to push Oggy as well. So there's 3 of them all pushing for 5th, 6th and 7th, I think. Yeah. Benny's managed to make some space on his own there. Let's have a look and catch up with our leader, WATKISS there, Sam Parker, STOXKART, DD Driver, unfortunate to be at the back, Sherry Martin, and
Oggy flying up the inside.
There is Billows, but I say Billows has done well, but Benny is catching up very quickly with Jim Racing. So these are 3 very, very strong racers, so anyone can take this. Only 9 laps down of 20, so we're about halfway through now. Oggy's gone the inside, has gone past Patrick and Guy Jolly at the same time.
In one bend.
In one bend. The 101G to the wall there, and then Patrick goes on the inside of Guy Jolly, pushes him slightly wide, but it's
gives Oggy a bit of a breather now to straighten himself up and try and catch up with Jim.
Yeah, definitely. There's Billows. There's Dannie Schoales. She's got no front of her car. It's disappeared. So it's a shame because she had a really good lead, and I think she's just spun it and just got ahead of herself, unfortunately. But I'm sure she can make something up in the Consolation. So Billows has got. Oh, there's Sherry Martin again. And again into the wall. I think Sherry Martin's had a nightmare as well now. Billows
right in front of Oggy.
Yeah. So Billows has got Benny right on his backside now. Benny has caught up very quickly.
A bit of a pile up.
Yeah. That's Dannie Schoales and the 101G is involved in it. Sam Parker now has got in the head, and Benny's taking the lead ahead of Billows. Sam Parker, could he get involved? No, not at the moment. So Billows is now kind of caught up behind Benny, and hopefully he can get the draft to see if he can take the lead back.
In up the straight.
I think there's only 2 laps left, so Patrick's been spun. He's going to go down to his 8th position. Jim Racing is close to Billows as well. The top 3 here are, oh dear, it's not too bad. Sorry, I said 2 laps. It's not. It's 7 laps. I'm looking at the position, not the laps.
No, it's 4. 4 laps to go.
4 laps to go then.
We'll get there. There's 4 laps to go.
Benny has pushed Sherry Martin wide, but that slowed him down. Billows has got the spun him round, and he's gone into the lead. But Jake, Sherry Martin, that's Sherry Martin. Oh my God, that was really aggressive. That was physical. Billows and oh my God.
There goes Sherry Martin. That's her out now.
Oh my.
Billows is stuck. Oh, Patrick straight into the back of Billows.
What happened there? I mean, that just completely turned the everything. So Benny was leading with Billows, and now it's Jim Racing, and that was really aggressive. Oh, that'll be interesting to see what the guys say about that. So there's Billows.
At a minute they're fighting for 3rd, Oggy and
DD Driver.
Jollers.
Yeah, so there is our leader. That is Jim Racing. Where is Benny? He's got WATKISS behind him, but WATKISS is 11th. So Benny, there's a little bit of a gap. Oggy's going for 3rd with Guy Jolly, and this is good for Guy Jolly. I don't think we've had Guy Jolly up in the podium positions much, so it'll be good to see. Yeah, it'll be good to see him get a good, maybe a good result out of this. He's already got 1 prize for rolling, which is not
on the last bend, but Jim's just been caught up, and then Benny's right behind him.
It's close. No, but I think Jim's going to take it. Yep, Jim takes the win.
Who's going to get the 3rd?
Benny gets 2nd, Oggy 3rd, and Guy Jolly takes 4th, but that's still a good result.
That's very good.
So, STOXKART will take 5th, CJ 6th, Billows 7th, Patrick 8th, DD Driver will take 9th, 10th will be Sam Parker, and then we've got 11th is WATKISS, 12th is Schoales, Dannie Schoales, and the 101G will take 13th. Well, that was controversial. So Billows took Benny out, spun him round, and then Billows was attacked massively by Sherry Martin. a very, very physical push into the wall, which allowed Jim to get the lead and take the win. So I think it'd be interesting to obviously get Jim to have a chat, but then I'd like to see what Billows wants to say about Sherry.
Wherever the...
So whilst we wait for some interviews, we've just had 2 heats, so we've got 2 consolations. The top 5 of that race will go through, which would have been our winner, which is Jim Racing. We would have had Benny. Oh, here's Jim Racing now.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Not bad, G.
Yeah, very good. I mean, obviously you were quick. You were in the top 3. Potentially could have catch up with either the top 2, but I don't know. We saw it all. We had Billows spun round Benny, but then Billows was attacked by Sherry Martin, and that allowed you big time. So a nice lucky win for you, Jim, but still very, very good.
I wasn't really catching them, to be fair. I wouldn't have caught them before the end.
You'd have got 3rd, you would have got through. It was not too bad, but yeah, just took that lead. How was it for you, though, Jim?
Yeah, it was alright.
It was good. Fine. Billows.
How do?
How did that go for you?
It was mint till about 2 laps ago.
Oh, just like I was almost shouting to the microphone. I was like, "What the hell happened?" It was great. It all happened in one go.
I think you just flipped the wall and just lost control.
Do you think?
One of them.
I don't think it happened like that. For me,
it looked like anyway, but, you know.
She full pelt into the wall. Sorry, I've just swallowed my drink wrong.
As he's coughing up. Yeah, so we saw you get straight into the wall and you lose your lead in that, but you still got through. I think you did.
I did not get 8 or something.
You got 8.
Oh, you got 8.
So
right,
yeah.
Miles behind.
So you're gonna have to get you're into the consolation then. So
yeah, that's racing for you.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah, that's a shame. So what do you think then, Jim? Do you think your chances are for the final?
Don't know. We'll just keep going around and see how we get on.
Good.
Maybe pick some paces up. Or
Yeah. If you just do exactly what you just did, then it might happen again. You never know.
You never know.
Lovely. All right then, guys. Thanks for talking to us. Speak to you soon.
Sorry.
Bye.
Cheers,
Bye.
mate.
See ya.
Right, so first consolation I think is pretty much half ready to go. Apologise for coughing my guts up. I did swallow my drink completely wrong. So in this race then we've got Guy Jolly, who did a very good 4th position just in the race just now. So he won't be in the race. No, he won't, as I say, though, because he got through. So Sam Parker will be in this, the 101G, DD driver. CJ, Jim won't be in this, he needs to come out of the room. Patrick will be in this with Ben WATKISS, Billows, who said he didn't obviously get the position he needed. Dannie Schoales, who took the lead and lost it all, so if she can take another lead and hopefully keep the car facing the right way, she could get a better result, which will be good to see. I don't think this is everyone. We've only got so many people here. I think we're missing Craig Smith, maybe. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So we're just down to the 2 consolation races. We'll have a final and then the dash for cash £10 per winner, which would be good to watch. Maybe people might race a bit different if it's for cash. You never know.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be a bit different, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be good to watch.
Oh.
We're going to a figure of 8.
I don't know why, but...
it's either it's a mistake or it's been agreed it's going to be figure of 8. Shall we find out?
I don't think it's meant to be.
Maybe you've done it by accident. I think some of the guy. Oh, there we go. Changing the race, the circuit. Sorry again. So for anyone who likes what you're seeing, we do a normal one every Saturday for these BriSCA V8s. I'm not sure how long it will be continuing, because this is just a replacement for the guys who normally race in real life. But there are other live streams that go on. We hold an online league ourselves, me and Kieran, called the FECRES Online League. It's mainly run by Kieran, who organises various different races throughout the weekdays. Anyone can join. You don't have to be a real life racer, as long as you've got breakfast and you think you're quite competitive and you're up for some fun. Not too serious, but there are some rules and some regs. And we actually had a championship evening ourselves the Wednesday just gone, which was very entertaining. There was the van champions, the figure of 8 champions, the teams champions, which me and Kieran competed ourselves in. So if you like the idea of that, you want to get involved, you can do on the Facebook. You can ask to join. Just get, as long as you've got a car that is competitive enough with its upgraded parts, then come and join us. Okay, in the right position. There's Sherry Martin again. See if she can do something a bit better this time.
Or ruin someone else's.
Or ruin another race.
Someone else's race again.
Accidentally, in commas, inverted commas, accidentally going into the wall, into someone. But as we have a little look at the grid, we've got Sherry Martin right up the front there. We've got Dannie Schoales again. She could stand a good chance of getting a good lead. The 3 in the blues again, Billows, WATKISS and DD Driver on the row behind. Behind them we've got Sam Parker with CJ, and then we've got Patrick pretty much right at the back of the grid. So a small grid this one. You've only got 8 cars in it. The top 2 will go through to the final, along with another top 2 in the next consolation race. They're revving up, and away they go. So Sherry Martin gets the lead, and it's nice and easy as Billows and WATKISS already are rubbing for that 3rd position. WATKISS goes on the inside, Billows goes quite wide, Dannie Schoales has also gone wide. CJ is quickly catching up on the inside of DD Driver, Sam Parker and Patrick behind. So the small pack to kind of keep an eye on as WATKISS quickly goes on the inside of Dannie Schoales. Dannie Schoales almost goes a little bit too wide, and she's spun by Billows. Yeah, that's a shame for Dannie. She can keep herself going there. She's kept it going, so not too bad. She can get at the end of the pack and maybe make up some positions if it all kicks off. So Sherry Martin's still leading at the moment, but WATKISS very, very quickly has caught up and could potentially overtake for the lead. Billows is behind WATKISS, with CJ very close behind as well, with Patrick and Sam Parker are there too. WATKISS has gone wide, but Sherry Martin is...
DD driver's been spun at.
Oh, so DD's out.
Spun himself out, maybe.
So Sherry Martin's lost the lead to Ben WATKISS now. She was a bit too deep into that corner, with Billows in third. CJ is very, very close, coming to the inside, and he does. It pushes Billows wide into the wall. And he takes third position, and now it's going to very quickly come up to Sherry Martin, maybe take up the second position. So Ben WATKISS, can he push and get some get a big space between the rest of them? Maybe not. So CJ goes on the inside of Sherry Martin, has overtaken the second position now. Sherry Martin comes back on the inside, and she's going to hit, CJ, she's pushed him. CJ hits the wall, has kept it going, very lucky to get away with that. Sherry Martin is going to go there side by side again. Patrick is there to take the advantage of this, and he does, straight up in the inside, but Sherry Martin's gone the back end of it. He's spun round. Sherry Martin's again is involved. Patrick has been spun, hits the wall, hits the tyres. Yeah, CJ's there pushing. Sam Parker's involved now. Is Sam Parker going to be spun by Sherry? Will we see what happens? Billows has now got ahead with WATKISS. Ben WATKISS and Billows are taking advantage of all this kind of kicking off behind them. CJ pushes Sherry Martin wide and has got ahead of her now. So Sam Parker is in third position with CJ, but they've got quite a lot to
catch up with.
Maintain and catch up with Billows. Billows isn't too far ahead of him, but WATKISS himself, Ben, has got their lead, and he's not got too many back markers to get past, so it's the top two. So at the moment it's just going to be Ben WATKISS and Billows, but CJ is very quickly catching up. Sam Parker's kind of staying and kind of tagging along CJ on the back of him. Sherry Martin still fifth after all of that, not too bad. Patrick has managed to catch back up to Sherry again. There's Dannie Schoales. Unfortunately she got spun around early on, so it's gonna...
CJ now has got some space in front of Sam, so now he's on the chase for Billows.
13 laps of 15 already done, so it's nearly over. That's WATKISS, Ben WATKISS there, so he's on lap 14. He's going to do maybe one more lap after this. There he is, he's going round. Let's have a look. We've got DD driver who's overtaken now. As Ben WATKISS goes on to his final lap. Who we've got here? Patrick is on the inside of Sherry Martin. He's going to try and take fourth position. I think, that's quite aggressive. Maybe he wants to kind of get the payback for Sherry Martin for spinning him around. As you say that, Ben WATKISS is going to come across the line to take the win. Billows is going to take second. CJ didn't quite make it, so he gets third. Sam Parker gets fourth. Patrick fifth. Sherry Martin will take sixth. Dannie Schoales will take seventh, and DD driver will take eighth. So CJ wasn't quite able to catch up with Billows and challenge him for it. So our two qualifiers for that are Ben WATKISS and Billows. So that was it's quite a small grid, so it was a little bit processional towards the end there, but it was entertaining to watch Sherry Martin taking out almost everyone, continuing what she was doing in that previous race. So we're getting closer to our final, our gold revenge final, so that's going to be exciting to watch again. I need to join another server. How many cars will be in this Consolation?
Looks like 10, I think.
Yeah, so maybe we're a bit one-sided. Could have had 9 and 9, but it'll make this race a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
So let's have a look, see who we've got in this room. We've got Anglebee, Bobbert is there, Craig Smith, Craig Smith's in this one, Darren Parker, Youngie, Boswell, DWM, the 101G, Light Night. So a little bit more to watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was Jacob Downey. No, I don't know. Just a couple more to ready up. Now we can get this underway.
Yep.
Yeah, so Sherry Martin was very aggressive. She liked to spin people out, didn't she? And I think that might kind of have repercussions on other races, because people will just go for her. Not necessarily tonight, because she won't be in any more races, but oh, maybe the Dash for Cash, actually, if she's in that.
Maybe.
She will not be getting any £10 notes from that, because people will just go for her.
Remember that race before?
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a little bit of discussion on laps. Maybe it was a bit short, I'm not sure. I think they're potentially going to wait for someone who has not been in the event tonight, unfortunately. I think he had some issues with the game, which is Rory Foster.
Which his game's been trying to download for a while.
Yeah, the update, which unfortunately he didn't do in time, didn't realise there was one, so if he's not got great internet connection, it's going to take him forever to download it, and I think that's the issue he had. So all the time the guys have been racing, his game has been updating, downloading, and it's still not quite finished yet, and I think there's just a couple of more minutes for him to finish it, so I think they want to give him a chance to be in it. We could potentially do a quick practice run for these guys, so that at least there's something for them to do.
Yeah.
So we'll have a little watch for the guys as they practice. Sometimes they can take an opportunity to practice their crashing, who they're going to target maybe. It's quite entertaining to watch. Even Kieran's getting involved, look at that.
Why not?
Why not, he said. Oh, there's Craig Smith. This isn't really a practice, this is like a normal race for him, crashing. So he's used to it. And we've got Light Night and Anglebee in the wall there. Oh, and Boswell is in the wall. They're all going for Anglebee. And okay, man, look, Kieran's been spun round on the 101G. Yeah. Managed to kind of keep the car going. And he's got you again.
Not that time though.
No. Darren Parker, and oh, Light Night, all into the wall. As Darren Parker's been spun around the 101Gs, done that. There you got DWM on the inside now of. Oh, it's Craig Smith. Oh, that was a big hit. On the 101Gs on the inside of. Oh, that's Kieran. Has put everyone in the wall, especially Light Night. Oh, Bobbett's gone into Light Night as well. Oh. God, Darren Parker, Anglebee's there as well. That was entertaining to watch.
The front of my car don't look healthy now.
Let's have a little look at the front of the car. Definitely not looking healthy. Anglebee spinning round. Oh, it's Youngie, Boswell, DWM. It's Craig Smith car looking just like it normally does. Anglebee. Oh, Youngie, big impact. Oh, look at that. The side of his car just doesn't exist. Huge, huge hit. Oh, there's Anglebee going into the wall. I think he wanted to try and hit someone, and he didn't. So it just went straight into the wall. Bobbert got on Anglebee, pushes him in the wall, and then oh, Craig Smith, that's a big impact in the back of Anglebee. Ah, Youngie's gone into Kieran. That's almost everyone out, I think. Bobbert's doing well. It's gone into the wall now. There you got Youngie. DWM at Anglebee is nearly dead. Oh, Anglebee's gone straight into the wall. Bobbert is there as well. I think there's only 3 of them left.
I think so. DWM's just finished.
Yep. Youngie, I think it's just finished, or is he going around again? Yeah, he's just finished. Bobbert's just finished, I think that's it. Oh, Youngie goes straight into Bobbert. So I think now we might have had hopefully enough chance for Rory to have downloaded his game on the update and he can get involved.
Yeah.
Still no Rory. I think he may have even said just crack on with the race, I'm not sure. Hopefully we can get this race started. I think. Oh no, Rory said he's just coming back on, so hopefully he can join.
Fingers crossed. So far tonight we've seen plenty of action
with a little bit more to go. We've got this consolation race. The top 2 will go through to the final. Then we'll have another gold final, gold revenge final on that one, and then we've got the 2 dash for cashes for £10 each for the wins. But we have seen plenty of action in the other races. We had the gold roof championship, which was taken by cold racer Craig Kellett. It was a dominant win, did very, very well with that. We've seen Sherry Martin go into a lot of people, and we've seen plenty of other people doing some fantastic races, so more of that to come. I don't know where, no sign of Rory still. So I do apologise for the wait. Hoping we can get this started soon. If you wanted to watch any of the previous races, if this is the first race you've ever seen, we have the previous races on our FECREST YouTube page if you're watching it from there. There's about, I think, 6 different race weeks that we've done, so not all of them are done on oval, so if you like something a bit different, you've got figure of 8s. They had plenty of crashes in them, and then we've also had some dirt ovals, so something a little bit more interesting there. We've got Rory in the room now. There he is. His first race of the night. Just gotta wait for Kieran to ready up now. Okay. We can finally get this consolation race underway. Okay. Oh, I think I've Austin Powers'd it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, there we go. Managed to free myself. Oh, hit you pretty hard as well. There we go. Right, let's have a little look. We've got Boswell on the front of the grid here. We'll have a little look at who we have in this.
Smith behind, change the top of the roof now to a little rocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Father loves that attention he gets for changing them all the time. So we've got Boswell on the front of the grid there with Bobbert next to him. Craig Smith with that massive rocket on the top of his car. We've got the 101G with the red and yellow, and then Anglebee also in the pink and yellow. Darren Parker in his minty green shades. I think I've called it a mint before. We have Light Knight next to him with a blue roof. On the outside, in the next row, we've got Youngie, and we've got Rory Foster, obviously, who we had to wait for. Good to see him in this race. And DWM at the back of the grids, and I think they're underway straight away. About to go. No, we're still revving up, still waiting. They were underway. It's a bad start for Boswell. Bobbert gets a good start. Craig Smith gets a good start as well. So the 101G is pushing Anglebee for 4th position on the inside. Boswell goes wide as well, hits the wall. Youngie hits the wall too, and he's actually spinning round. Youngie's got a terrible start. He's already in the wall by his own admission. And oh, Craig Smith and Boswell. Craig Smith into the wall big time. Oh, that's the 101G and Anglebee. Spins around. God, chaos.
It is.
So Bobbert leading now, and it's got a healthy lead. Craig Smith's gone around. He's gone into the tyres. Yeah,
and 101 just jacked him right up.
And he's spun round by DWM. Craig Smith and the 101G really suffering because of that. It's Boswell spun round as well. Crikey. Light Knight into the wall. He spun round too. There's Rory's hit him. So Light Knight's got to spin back round. So we've got Bobbert with a big lead after everyone else decides to faff around, going into the wall and getting involved in everything. We've got Darren Parker now in second position, with DWM in a third position, not too far behind him. Rory Foster is probably glad he's joined in because he's fourth already. So Craig Smith in fifth after getting involved with everyone and going into the tyre walls. We've got the 101G behind him. And we've got Anglebee and Yongi in 7th and 8th, with Light Knight in 9th when Boswell is 10th somewhere else. Oh, that's the 101G is pushing Craig Smith wide. Yeah, there he goes. Craig Smith trying to keep on top of it. He looks more like a Christmas tree than a car at the moment. And he's gone hard into the 101G and he's spun round. Yongi hits him as well. So that's pushed Craig Smith down to the back of the grid. No doubt he will get involved in the leaders now and cause a bit of a stir potentially. And I'm trying to find the leader, and there's actually, oh, there he is. Bobbert has gone past Craig Smith already, so Bobbert has gone ahead. There's Boswell, and Boswell spins Bobbert. Oh my God, that's
straight into the wall.
Yeah, straight into the wall. Bobbert's going to spin round. There he is. He's kept the lead. No, he hasn't. DWM and Darren Parker go ahead. So Bobbert was leading, and now is in third position. It could salvage the damage now, so that's actually made it quite interesting for the top three. Only the top two go through, so it could change. Bobbert, look, you see how desperate he is. So he wants to get that.
No,
DW. Oh, three of them.
Right in the
We've got Darren Parker now. Bobbert goes back into first position.
That kind of helped DWM.
Yeah,
that did.
Yeah, that was Craig Smith yet again getting involved. I did say he was going to be involved in it. So Bobbert is
back in the lead.
He's back in the lead with Darren Parker in second. DWM in third now. DWM has gone in the inside of Darren Parker, has pushed him into the wall, pushes him wide, and there's that's Darren Parker's at the wall and he's on his side. Oh, that's it. He's rolling over. Yeah, back on the wheels, and he goes back into full flow. Oh, but he's been hit by Light Knight. Oh, that's Darren Parker's race over with. That was a shame because he was doing well there. Yeah. And you can tell how much of a difference that makes because Bobbert has come around to overlap him. Unbelievable. So
look how much time he lost just from one accident.
Indeed. DWM is
he's not happy.
Oh no, I don't think so.
He's not happy.
No.
Could he go for Bobbert here because
he knows
that that's
it?
He tried.
He's gone into the wall.
But he hit the inside wall.
13 laps down, so there's maybe there's another couple of laps. Final lap, so Bobbert has got the lead. He did lose it earlier, but he's still got it ahead of DWM. If he gets this, I think he will be kind of thinking, lucky that was. It was intense. And he takes the win. Ahead of DWM. There are two qualifiers. Yep. It's a shame. Rory Foster did well. He got a third position. That's a good result for him, but it's not unfortunately qualified him into the final, so that's his night over with, other than the dash for cash. He can try and get something out of that. The Anglebee will take 4th, the 101G takes 5th, Darren Parker will take 7th after all of that. Bos will take 8th, Light Knight 9th and 8th, sorry. Oh, 8th, sorry, right, Light Knight will take 8th and Yongi 9th.
Yeah. Alright, so now we go on to the final, which is a rolling lap. I've got to leave again just in case it don't let me hear everyone. So I'll see you in a bit. As this loads up. Oh.
Okay, so I think we're staying in this room for the final.
No, I think we're going to Jollers.
Are we?
Because Jollers qualified and Anglebee hasn't.
Ah, okay. So we'll come out of this. Go on to Jollers server. So this is it. This is the final. This is what they've all qualified for. The Gold Revenge final. So our previous winner was cold racer Craig Kellett. So can he take the double and win this as well? How about that if he does? Don't forget, 2 more races after this final. We're not doing a teams race tonight because of the packed layout of these races. I think it would be too much, too long, especially as it's a Sunday evening. Some people have got work fairly early, so if it was to run too late into the night, then it wouldn't be fair for everyone. So we're doing the Dash for Cash instead of the team races. Let's have a little look in this room. We have our final setup as a few people join in. We've got Guy Jolly, who qualified with the 4th position, did well with that. Oggy is there with I think he did 3rd, he got out of that. Jacob Downey, that won't be Sherry Martin, he's in there. Cold Racer Craig Kellett, our current gold champion, he's in the 2nd final of the evening, and potentially if you can get another one, he'll take the double, which would be a great to see if he can do that. Alex Wassey, he's been there or thereabouts all evening, so I think he could potentially take it if he gets lucky with some action. Jack Hart, he's been very close up the top, he's got a couple of 2nd positions, so could take the win. Jon Brown, he's done well tonight, he's there. DWM with STOXKART, Billows has got another opportunity to get something out of this after his last race, which really did not like, with that unfortunate so-called accident from Sherry Martin. But he's here to see if he can take the win with Bobbert, who is just qualified from the previous Consolation, Benny and Jim Racing as well. So lots of strong names in this. Anyone can take the win, and as I said before, don't forget Cold Racer's already taken a win, so he could take another one. I think the guys are just readying up. I think everyone's looking forward to this. We've got a full grid, so back to everyone being there, and 14, 5 from the 2 heats, making 10 and 2 from the Consolations. Once this is finished, we will have a winner for our final, our Gold Revenge final, and then we will take 2 more races for Dash for Cash. And those 2 races have prizes just like they did in the Gold, which will be £10 for each winner. This race has got the pace car in it, so Kieran's disappeared for a little bit. Not sure if they've got any issues at the moment. I just think they're figuring out who's on the grid at what position. Don't forget, you can join the WATKISS Racing League if you're joining us on Facebook or the YouTube page. You can join the WATKISS Racing League, which is run by Kieran. This is the BriSCA V8 Hotstox you're watching now. These guys are racing instead of racing in real life, unfortunately, because of the pandemic. But the WATKISS Racing League is designed purely for Wreckfest gamers. Anyone who's obviously race bangers or any other formula, you can join in. You don't have to have raced in real life, you can join if you just have Wreckfest. The only thing that would be necessary is an upgraded car, set of cars. They do change. We have van races, figure of eights. The cars are announced fairly early on, so you get to upgrade them. and they are set to a specified regulation. It's fairer for everyone. Anyone can join. It's all fun, competitive racing. The guys are friendly. It's run on multiple nights a week. So join us on our Facebook page if you want to join in. Don't forget there is a link to the Xbox BriSCA V8 Hotstox, because this is the PS4 version. They run 2 different nights, and they run theirs on Saturday, so they run those last night. So those guys have commentators, live streams, everything involved as well. And we purely commentate for the PS4. Just waiting on our guys to ready up. I think they're nearly all there. Just got Oggy and Jollers, sorry, mixing their names up. Just to ready up, so we can get involved and started with this race. Right, I think we're ready to go. Okay, so we get the camera car ready, getting into position. The guys will ready up into their grids, slots. There is the pace car of Cayman. Let's follow Cold Racer. That'll be a good one to follow from the grid as we watch the pace car go round. So on the grid we've got Jim Racing at the start on the pole with Jon Brown. Benny F2 is behind him with Cold Racer, Craig Kellett, Oggy, Jack Cart, Sherry Martin, Jollers, STOXKART, Wassy, Bobber, WATKISS, Billows and DWM all at the back of the grid. So I think we're ready to go as Cayman starts the pace car. So Jim Racing on the pole with Jon Brown. There is Cold Racer who we're following. Can he take the second gold win of the night? Potentially on the inside there maybe. Oggy's pushing him from behind. Jacob Downey is there as well. DW and Billows at the back. And it's anyone's game. Look at them all very keen to get going. And away they go. So Jim Racing takes the lead and is stormed ahead, but he's spun round. Oh, there's Benny. Oh, Jon Brown's there as well. Benny's there. STOXKART is there. Cold Racer, look at that. Storm into the lead. I did say, can he take that second win? Well, it'll be great to see if he does. So he's taken the lead. Let's put camera back into position. There we go. There's Cold Racer. So Jon Brown is on the outside of Benny. Benny's gone on the inside. So Wassy's on the inside of Jim Racing. On hitting the wall is Bobbert with Oggy. Oggy's lost a lot of space, a lot of positions, and he's pushing Bobbert wide. I think Oggy's getting aggressive. He's not done too well. Jim Racing, he's nearly lost it. We've got Wassy and Benny and Jon Brown. He's in the wall, is he? I think Oggy is, to be honest, we said that Oggy is there or thereabouts every weekend, but it's just not happened for him today.
No, not this
He's been
weekend.
nowhere near it, and which is a real big shame. There's a great personality. So DWM is pushing Alex Wassey into the wall there, and that's Wassey actually spun round. He's actually hit the tyres, so that's him pretty much out of it. We've got Benny on the that's Jim Racing, and pushes DWM as well. DWM spun it.
Cold Racer. The back markers have done Cold Racer.
There's Cold Racers in the wall. Who was that? There was that Jack Morgan.
Yeah, Jack Cart.
No. So that's look, that's Cold Racer. Oh dear. So he's now in 7th position. Anyone's game now. Jim Racing is gonna no, he's not leading, sorry, that's Benny's leading. So Jim Racing is in 2nd. Jon Brown is 3rd. We've got Ben WATKISS there as well, Jack Cart, STOXKART, Jack Morgan, who is actually at the back, so I think it must be who's that?
Pile
no,
that's
Craig.
Right through the middle of all of them.
That was a massive roll by a Cold Racer, somersaulting in that. Well, I think everyone's determined not to let him win. I said he could potentially get that 2nd win, but no, it's not going to happen, is it? So Benny,
I don't think they're going to let him on that one.
No, definitely not. 9 laps of 25 done so far. Benny is leading with Jim Racing very close behind in the black and the green. Jon Brown is 3rd, a little bit way behind them with Ben WATKISS. No, it's not Ben. Ben is at the back somewhere. It's Bobbert. It's good for Bobbert. Benny and Jim are getting involved with lots of the we've got Jollers there, Billows and Jack Morgan, Jack Cart, and Jack Cart's getting involved.
Again.
Benny, that's Jim Racing. He's caught up with it all. So that's Jon Brown is pushing for the lead. Benny's still leading, but Jon Brown has gone on the inside and he's spun Benny, but he's gone in the wall, and Jon Brown spun as well. Who's going to take the lead? Is that Bobbert's going to take the lead? He has, but no, it's Jollers. Benny. Jollers at the back, so Benny's got the lead again. Bobbert's got 2nd. He's on the inside of Benny. It's constantly changing. Everyone's getting involved in this. It really is anyone's kind of win at the moment. Basically. Yeah. Bobbert is on the inside of Benny. They're still chopping and changing for the lead. Benny is going to take the lead from that there, and Bobbert's not managed to get on the inside again. So Benny's got that lead back. We've got Sherry Martin, which is actually Jacob Downey. He's in 3rd position. He's come out of nowhere. STOXKART as well. So that's 4th position for him. He could potentially do well from here. Jon Brown was going to lead at that point, and I think Jon Brown's now down in 12th, which is a shame.
He's barely a car left. With Bobbert just on the back end.
Yeah. 15 laps of 25 done so far, so still a fair way to go. There's Jim Racing. He got caught up big time. Oggy, who's been involved, is 6th, and he's on the inside of Jim Racing. He's pushing him wide. And
Benny's on the outside, trying to overtake the back markers. It's a bit risky, that is.
Yeah, that's Benny and Bobbert, so it's not too bad. It's there's Oggy on the inside of Jim again. TWM is close behind them. Cold Racer, who's been somersaulting and doing anything but kind of winning at the moment. So Bobbert and Benny Jon Brown in the middle of them.
Jon Brown's holding Benny up a bit, but then I think Benny's got away now.
I think Jacob Downey and STOXKART are going to hold off and see what happens to these two in the lead, because it could all change. There's WATKISS. Billows is involved. Bobbert's involved, but Jon Brown and WATKISS have been spun. Oh no, Bobbert's been spun for Jacob Downey, and STOXKART takes 2nd position. He takes advantage. Where's Bobbert? Bobbert spins back round. He's gone back ahead again, and Cold Racer has gone up to 5th position now. So DWM, Bobbert, Cold Racer, Jim Racing have all been involved in accidents, but they're still mid-pack. STOXKART 3rd. And there's Jacob Downey. So where is Benny? Benny's got the lead, and Benny's got some space, but again, that could all change. This race has been entertaining, very entertaining. That's Jon Brown. He's out of it, so he's wrecked. So who we got here? Jack Hart slowing down. Oh look, he's he's determined, absolutely determined. Yeah. Alex WATKISS. WATKISS goes into him. So that's Bobbert on the inside of DWM, who's in on the inside of Oggy, and so they're pushing. It's getting very physical now. I think they're all pushing and pushing for this. It's quite entertaining. DWM on the inside of Bobbert.
Bit aggressive trying to get through, but
very aggressive.
It worked.
Billows is there as well. Guy Jolly is going to go on the inside of DW. Bobbitt's gone on the inside of Guy Jolly. Oggy has got away and has got some space in 5th. Jim Racing has got some space in 4th. Jacob Downey and STOXKART are fighting for 2nd and 3rd. So STOXKART took advantage of Jacob Downey when he was involved earlier on with someone else. Oh, there he is again. Jacob Downey is pushing STOXKART. White Jim Racing is behind and he could take advantage of this. Let's have a look at Benny, because Benny is going to potentially, I don't know if it's a final lap, but...
Oh, Joller's just put WATKISS into the wall.
Here comes Benny, and Benny is going to take the win. Yep, it was. I thought it might be the last lap. Jacob Downey, and STOXKART takes it ahead of Jim Racing. So Oggy will take 5th, DW 7th is Bobbert. Cold Racer is going to take 8th. Alex Wassey will take 9th. Billows will take 10th. And Jollers 11th, and WATKISS will take 12th. Wow, I've nearly run out of breath after that.
That was a eventful final.
Yeah, that was great to watch. It was action packed everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And well done to Benny, who held on for dear life. Jacob Downey, Sherry Martin was involved in it as well. STOXKART, that was a good podium for them too. I did say that they'd hold off and see if anything happens, and it did. Jim Racing 4th as well. Oggy, a bad start, but 5th, not too bad result. 2 races to go. The winners will get some cash out of that. I can't remember. I tell you what, the winner.
Some people got some in that one.
In that race, yeah. So let's have a little look. We've got the tyre of choice, which has been given as a prize from Patrick. So that means that our winner from that, Benny, will get the tyre of choice, which is great.
Tyre of choice, and then you've got the first V8 driver in the. Oh, that was the gold roof. That one.
That was it. Yeah. So the
there
gold.
was a set of front pads.
Yeah.
Brake pads. So that was who was it? Cold Racer. Which Cold Racer is a V8 driver, so he'll be the one to take that.
Okay. So the Gold Revenge first position was £15. That went to our winner, which was Benny. Second position was Jacob Downey. He gets £10, and third position, which was STOXKART, gets £5, which is great to see.
More, I think there was Top White in gold receives a trophy from Richard. I'll let you say that. Top White driver.
The Top White driver. Who have you got?
It is. I'm just looking at the results. Because it was a yellow as well. Yellow grade. Top yellow grade gets a trophy as well from Richard for sponsoring the trophy. Let's see. Let's get the chart up with the grades.
Just trying to find the server for anglebee. Okay, maybe it's not. I gather it's then Jollers.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was rather entertaining. I don't know if we're going to get an interview with Benny maybe, or are we just going to go straight into the race?
Going to the race.
So it's not going to be anglebee, it'll be Youngie running a server for Matt instead. After this one for the second dash for cash, so that'll be just to watch out for that. So this is the dash for cash, the last 2 races then. The winners get £10 for the win. In this one we've got Guy Jolly, Oggy will be in the race, the 101G, Danny Scholes, CJ, WATKISS, Rory Foster, Darren Parker, Billows, Bobbert, Benny and Jim Racing. As I say, it's been very entertaining tonight. That final was great to watch. If you like a bit of action, loads of overtaking, loads of physical action, lots of controversy. It was constantly changing, so it'd be good to want to watch back. You can watch any of the races back if you want to on the YouTube page from the previous weeks. We've had a multitude of different races, ovals, dirt races, figure of 8s, and even the Rockfield rough spot which had jumps in it. That was very different to watch. Lots of cars were rolling it, getting those jumps from, so if you wanted to, you can get back on them on the FECREST live stream. Don't forget the FECREST Racing Online League, which is our own one run by Kieran. You can join if you want on the Facebook page or the YouTube page if you fancy getting involved in the racing. As you can see, it's quite entertaining. I think some of these guys are just need to get ready for this, one of the final last races.
Oh, in that, because I just saw as well, 7th place receives a £5 on the gold receiver as well, for event, sorry.
Okay.
And 7th place was, just having a look, it was Bobbitt's.
Okay.
I think, don't count me on this, I think he was the white roof driver to go through for the trophy, I think. But don't count me on that, it will be confirmed after the racing.
Yeah. Let's have a little look then. I think this is another full grid. Not sure if there's any problems or any issues. Hopefully we can get it underway soon.
Yeah. The look of it for the whites, it does look like Bobberts were the one to cross the line for the trophy.
Okay.
And then yellow grade was don't think there was a yellow grade.
Yeah, okay, so it wasn't. I think we're still waiting for these guys. I don't know what's happening at the moment. So we'll find out what's happening. I think we're waiting for someone potentially. Maybe Bobbert. I think we're nearly there, readying up. So let's have a little chat about what we've seen so far whilst we wait. This has been what you expected?
Yeah. Loads of action everywhere. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I think that first gold race was very, very sensible. People were obviously knowing there was a bit of money involved, and the idea of taking people out for the sake of taking the winners out. So, and then it all changed when that was over and done with, back to normal. There's been some very heavy-handedness for a couple of people. I think probably the most one I've seen was Shay Martin, which has been great to watch, to be honest. Lots of people in the wall have been taking out cold race Craig Kellett in that last race so that he didn't win again.
I think anyone who went past her, she was just taking them out.
Yeah, it's not been straightforward really. There's been some good racing, but at the same time there's been lots of changes for the lead, where 1 minute people are winning, the next minute it's all completely changed and chaos. So yeah, still waiting for this to start. I'm not sure what's happening.
No, I don't know.
So I do apologise if people are waiting. Because I think we were waiting for Bobbert, and Bobbert's here, so I think we're just waiting for Guy, Jolly and Oggy to start it.
I think so.
Oh, that's Oggy's ready, so we're just waiting for Guy now to start the server.
I think we've got about 30 seconds to get off the track, because I think they're going in 30 seconds. Once we're in.
Okay. Right, there we go. Sorry for the delay again, it took a while. Right, so let's get this ready.
And they're off. Oh, the 101 straight into the wall. Didn't even get off to the first corner.
So Guy Jolly's gone into the lead.
Out.
No, so CJ's gone into the lead now. Bobbert's gone in. Everyone's pushing for it. And Guy Jolly's been spun round. Sam Parker gets spun. It's Danny Schoales in the wall. We've got DD Driver in the wall. Everyone's in the wall. So we've got Bobbert leading. Jim Racing's in second. Benny's in third. Benny's gone on the inside of Jim, and WATKISS. Ben WATKISS is on the behind Benny, not too far behind, so could take advantage of something that happens between Benny and Jim. Fifth position is Danny Schoales ahead of Guy Jolly. So Danny's doing well at the moment to get that fifth. Hopefully she can make some progress. So Bobbett's still leading now. Jim Racing hopefully can try and make an attack on Bobbert, as already the 101G is at the back, and Bobbert's taking
pushed out the way.
Yeah,
we're taking no chances on that one.
Good strategy, Bobbert getting out of the way. He's just like, I don't want to get involved again like last time. Jim Racing is pushing Bobbert wide, and he's taking the lead. Sam Parker is a back marker, so he's getting involved now. Benny's still third. Ben WATKISS has dropped back a little bit, but still fourth position and still just about keeping up with this top three. So Benny has been there or thereabouts all evening. He's potentially going to get another hopeful win out of this, but he's got to get through past Bobbert and up past Jim Racing as well beforehand. So he's pushing Bobbert, and he's gone on the inside. Bobbert's gone wide, so he's got past him. Bobber's getting involved with Sam Parker at the moment, so it's going to be caught up with him. Ben WATKISS still in fourth. As the 101G. Oh, I thought he was going to cause problems. Bobbert's kind of been. Oh, I think he got caught up there, so he's now involved with Ben WATKISS. Ben WATKISS has got the third position, but Bobbert's gone back on the inside. So there's Oggy, who's in ninth position. Again, not a great race so far for him. We've actually not even heard from him all night, so it's probably the first time all the last 6 weeks we've not actually heard from Oggy. So Jim Racing is... Oh! Oggy's pushed Jim into the wall. Benny's overtaking Jim, so that's Benny into the lead now. Jim's lost the lead, but Oggy pushes Benny wide, and Jim's back in the lead again. Oggy's getting involved in this big time. Oh, Jim's pushing him in the wall. Oh. So it's just Jim and
really
Benny now.
Not having a night tonight.
No, he's not. So where is... Oh, that's the winner. Sorry, that's Guy Jolly takes third as well, ahead of Bobbert, out of nowhere. So Jim Racing takes first, Benny second, Jolly's third, Bobbert fourth, CJ fifth, Danny Schoales, a very good sixth there. Seventh was WATKISS. Unfortunately, he dropped down after being fourth. DD Driver eighth. Oggy is going to take 9th, Sam Parker 10th, Billows 11th, and the 101G will take 12th. So that means Jim Racing will get another. He'll get the £10 for the win. Which is well done to Jim. It was a good fight between Jim and Benny. Benny nearly took it again, and Guy Jolly has done another good job to get third tonight. So well done to him.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going on to our
final race. Did forget nearly that they were quite short races, so...
Yeah, into youngies.
Yep. As I say, well done to Jim for that. We'll get another £5. Sorry, £10, not £5. There is the server we need. So just loading up the server. Hopefully this one will get underway a little bit quicker. And we can top off the night with an entertaining sprint race.
Yep.
For the last £10 prize. And I imagine there'll be a post for who wins what, in case we've not covered any of the prizes tonight. So a rundown of who wins everything. Again, well done to our gold winner tonight, which was Cold Racer Craig Kellett.
Just wait.
Looks like this was ready very quickly, which is good. So as we're waiting, we'll have a little look who's in this. Youngie, obviously, who's holding the server. Light Knight is there. We've got Parker, Darren. Patrick is there with Jack Morgan, Jon Brown, Alex Wassey, DWM, Cold Racer Craig Kellett, our gold winner, Sherry Martin, Rory Foster, and Boswell in the back there. So we'll get out of the way. So I think they're underway straight away. Yep, there we go. Let's have a look and see who we can follow it. Cold Racer, I think, has got the lead. Yeah, there he is. As Jack Morgan pushes him wide, Jack's just straight into the wall. So has pushed Alex Wassey into the lead. Jack Morgan is second, Darren Parker third, with everyone else. Oh, who's that spun round? Light Knight's been spun rounds. Jon Brown's been spun as well, so Light Knight's going to have to spin round from there. Alex Wassey still leading. DWM is trying to push him. It's just lost the momentum. Darren Parker goes back. Oh, that's Jack Morgan. He's been spun by Sherry Martin and Patrick. Oh, Patrick is on two wheels. I thought he was going to go over then. Alex Wassey still leading with Darren Parker in seconds, fighting with Rory Foster, who's been pushed into the wall by DWM. Cold Racer Craig Kellett. Oh, that's a shame. Rory Foster's gone round. And yeah, that's him.
And there goes the
Boswell's gone straight into the side of him. So we've got Wassey still leading. Darren Parker still doing this, is second position. DWM is with Cold Race Craig Kellett. I think they're fighting with each other going into the wall. So slow them down a bit. Youngie is in fifth. And then we've got Sherry Martin, which I think it's Jacob Downey now, I think, is in sixth, and then Light Knight is seventh with Boswell in eighth. So let's have a little look. We've got Wassey, there he is. There's Rory Foster, who's now in last, unfortunately, after his accident. And Wassey has been leading for a while now, and he's only got a few laps to go to get that £10. Darren Parker, who's could get that win if Wassey loses his lead by getting caught out by them back markers, and he's got a few to come up to. He's got Light Knight, Patrick, Jon Brown to get past, so he's got to get past Rory himself with for Darren. There's Jon Brown, he's not affected Wassey, which is good for Alex. DWM is third, Youngie is fourth, and Jacob Downey's fifth. Let's have a little look. Cold Race is not really in this anymore. There's Alex Wassey. 2 laps to go.
2 cars between them from second place.
It's close, but it's not quite close enough.
On the last lap.
Yeah, don't think Darren's going to make it unless Alex just loses it.
Really goes really bad.
Wrong. Yep. Yeah, here it is. He's coming to come around for the last bend. of the last race, the last night, and it's Wassy takes it. It's a shame for Darren Parker, but a good second position. DWM takes third, Youngie takes fourth, Jacob Dannie will take fifth, Cold Racer will take sixth, Boswell will take seventh, Jack Morgan will take eighth, Patrick will take ninth, Light Knight will take 10th, Rory will take 11th, and Jon Brown will take 12th. Well done. Then to Alex Wassy, who takes the win and gets the £10. So I think he'll be delighted with that.
Yeah, I think he will be.
Yep. Well, that was really good to watch. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, found it entertaining. And so, as I say, final thoughts in terms of what you saw, Kieran?
Final thoughts. I think it was the best one we've had so far tonight.
Yeah, throughout. I think there was some great racing, but at the same time, lots and lots of physical action that was great to watch. It was constantly changing. There was 2 or 3 races in there that were just hectic throughout. So it was very good to watch. So well done to our winners, especially to our gold major final winner, champion winner, which was Cold Racer Craig Kellett. I think he'll be delighted with the trophy that he's won with the £25. Oh no, that's not the he's around £35.
35.
Yeah, he got the
fastest lap.
So he's a rich man. So well done to Cold Racer and all of our other winners. Whether it's an actual race win, whether you won a trophy, whether you won some money, or if you won some money for rolling or crashing. I'm sure people will be delighted with their wins and their prizes. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you hopefully soon in another stream at some point. So
hopefully.
Yep, good night.
Yeah, good night all. See you next.